Welcome to Hungary, where the title battle is beginning to take shape as GP2 hits the halfway stage of the season. It's Prima's debut campaign, and already they are the benchmark. They are the guys to beat. Top of the team standings, 1-2 in the drivers' points as well. Chasing a hat-trick of sprint race victories from reverse grid pole. His teammate alongside. He will want to do better. He's been fading with race pace in the last couple of rounds. He'll try to go from second today. Matsushita won the sprint race this time last year. For the sprint race in Budapest, we're underway with a slow getaway for King, but it's better in the second phase of the start. He maintains the lead. Matsushita is the man on the move, though, diving to the inside, looking for second place. They're weaving all over the place. Look at this from Sorokin. He's got a pair of them so close to contact, and it will be contact between Giovinazzi and Matsushita. Off the road goes Raffaele Marcello, Canamassas, and in the background there we've got Ollie Rowland as well as they head down to turn 2 with damage to the front wing of Giovinazzi. Pete gets around him, and it's not the start that the Italian needed. And a spin for Pete. Will he be collected? Yes, Lynn hits him. We've got Malia off into the barrier, and that will be an immediate safety car with multiple cars involved. So we're on board with Raffaele Marcello. So contact for Nato between Matsushita, who had been hit by Giovinazzi, and this is heading down into turn 2. Giovinazzi on the inside, a lock-up from Peak, who went wide. That opened the door, and you see it was Peak who lost it. So close for Raffaele Marcello to get around. Gasly very lucky to avoid it. So it's the black car spinning round now. Pete with a yellow crash helmet, and half the grid managed to avoid it, but he ripped off his teammate's front wing. Lynn making contact as well. Once again we see it. There's the spin. Marcello somehow getting around with Gasly. Matsushita funneled to the wall. Bit of air and the front wing gone for Malia. And a disaster for 4 guys that are out.
I have a problem. I don't know how serious it is. I have a problem, but because I was airborne. I was in the air.
He certainly was, and the problem is fairly serious, Gustav. You're missing your front wing. And the team will have told him, what a start and what a mess down here at turn 2, heading to turn 3. So 4 cars going no further than the second turn. That has completed a miserable weekend for Trident's Luca Giotto, who is walking back. Disappointment for Peak. I said the second row would be the guys to watch, and they didn't even get. And the engineer about whether the damage to the 4th place man Antonio Giovinazzi is worthy of the black and orange flag. They've been very strict with the black and orange flag in terms of errant debris in GP3, and we are back then with King locking up, heading wide. King heading off the racetrack. What will Sorokin do as the safety car comes in? He knew he couldn't overtake. There's the safety car line, but King under enormous pressure immediately. Giovinazzi has come into the pits. Sorokin showed good awareness now not to breeze past, because he would have received a penalty, but he's got an opportunity now to fight for the lead. King knows he has to go defensive. Sorokin trying to go to the outside. What's King got in terms of defence? He's got the inside line, but has Sorokin got the momentum? It certainly looks as if he has at the moment. It's going to be oh so close heading down to turn 2. He's going to have to do it around the outside, and still they haven't sorted it out, as Jordan King says, you're not coming through. There begins a massive swab on, and this could be a huge opportunity around the outside. And still, after 3 corners, there's nothing to separate them. Who blinks first into turn 4? It's Jordan King, and the lead brilliantly belongs to Sorokin, who knew he needed to get it magic stuff. This was all set up, of course, with the lock-up from King at turn 13. Went to the inside as we see Evans there making his way past Raffaele Marcello and taking 4th position whilst we were focusing on the battle for the lead. That was the major oversteer moment that cost Jordan King. Sorokin just about keeping 4 wheels on the racetrack, and this was absolutely magnificent from the pair of them. They went wheel to wheel, and the inside line on this circuit, the first of which is coming up right now, and pulling the paddle on the left-hand side of the steering wheel and getting ever closer. A terrific run this for Artem Markelov. He's going to send one to the inside. Is there anything Evans can do? He will try and switch back. Markelov will try and make himself slow on the apex to deny the momentum, but of course he gets the DRS again, and there's nothing that Evans can do. A 4th place move there for Artem Markelov, comfortably rising up the order. So it's not always a slam dunk with DRS. We saw Sorokin with it many times yesterday, and he couldn't get past Giovinazzi. To Galal in the background. So this was going into turn one. Kanemassas on the inside, Ericsson on the outside. Kanemassas braking late, running his rival wide, and Ericsson deciding to take. This was how he made the move. Really committed to go to the inside line. He knew he was going to get blocked if he continued on the outside. So Kirchhofer then losing the position, but with the use of DRS, choosing the longer way round. And it is an outside line that becomes the inside line into turn three. Moment as Malia now tries to put a move on Jeffrey, does just that, and Jeffrey tumbling down, as we saw sadly for him. Armand as well will go wheel to wheel. Defensive move, Armand so close. He committed. The gap is only going one way. It's 2.5 seconds.
Okay, it's a bit broken, the radio. I didn't copy. I didn't copy, but just manage if you have an issue.
If you can understand what Artem Markelov is saying, not lob it on social media for everyone else to enjoy, because in Silverstone it's not worked out for him at all until right about now. Here he comes then to the final corner, a man that so many expected to challenge for the title. He's going to get his campaign up and running. It's a first victory of the season for Sorokin, who crosses the line to take the checkered flag. He's a winner in 2016. King once again on the podium in a GP2 sprint race, and Norman Nato making it a 2-3 for Racing Engineering. That we've seen in some chaotic races, but entertaining nevertheless, and a first victory in 2016 for Sorokin. King back on the podium once again in a sprint race. Nato was third, returning there after a difficult couple of rounds. Markelov, his best result since he won the race in Monaco. Then it was Evans, Rowland, Gasly and Marcello completing the points. Kanemassas, well, we saw him under major pressure from Ericsson, who then retired. He was 9th, Galea was 10th, De Jong was 11th, Latifi was 12th, Kirchhofer 13th, Malia 14th, Armand in 15th position. Jeffrey overtaken by a fair few on his way to 16th.